off the track. Kids looking around. Flagman gonna head. Oh, we got a problem in the back with the 95. Looks like Bruno's having a little bit of an issue. They're gonna try to get her fired back up. Come on, get it back in neutral.
And this is so tough for the kids.
Man. And the parents. Looks like he's got her fired up. Put it in gear. Oh.
We're gonna have definitely gonna have a delayed start here. They're gonna treat this just like the national championship done. They'll probably give them another warm-up lap and get them back on the grid as we see a little bit of chaos going on down here.
Hey, 6 to 8 years old. Hey. And that's why they do the grids like this at this such an early age, so they get this practice in and get the mistakes out now.
Flagger rolls off. We've got another warm-up lap here.
It'll be a short race down to 6 laps. Hopefully all these riders understand. We see a couple of them getting together on the warm-up lap. I'm not sure if they know it's the...
They're very young.
Acá se frició.
This is why we put these in place. You can see they're racing. They're racing so hard on this warm-up lap.
Hopefully there's a red flag in that last corner, so when they come out, they know. But, you know,
this is how you learn.
This is how you learn.
This is how you learn.
Exactly right. This is how you learn.
I remember my first race in the professionals. It's something that's a little scary, you know, and until you do it a couple times.
Right spot.
I know.
Not
having a little duct tape on the tank to know where your grid is.
It's not as easy as you think it is. See all the parents back out there, as we mentioned in the 50 class. The stock 50 class, they allow the parent or mechanic to be out on the grid after the warm-up lap. The only class that's allowed that. Just make sure these kids line up in the right spot. Looks like they're all slowing down, doing a great job there. Parents out there waving them down.
So this race has been reduced by 1 lap. It is now 6 laps. Everybody on the TT93 GP Dunlop tires except for Nico Bandel, who's on. We saw a rain tire, which is a little bit softer carcass. We didn't know if the heat was going to play into that as the parents get off the grid, and we're going to get this one underway.
Oh, yeah. Flagman headed off now. Look at all the riders looking to the inside of that track. The light's on, and it is off. Cruz Texter with another good start.
He looks over every time just to make sure that he's got the lead. And Cruz Texter goes into the lead with Chase Jazikoff in second place. The same race orders we had in race 3. We'll see what the number 1 can do. He's trying to make a move early on around the outside, going in this right-hander.
It's a long way around, but he's able to make it.
Little change in the leader with Chase Jazikoff getting the lead with the 55 of Bron Masanga in third place.
His top 5 riders right there in one little group. Look at Cruz tucking in, trying to get a good run up the hill as they all start to bunch up.
And it looks like Nico Bandel rounding out that top 5 didn't get the start he needed, but he's still latching on, and this is definitely a closer race than we had in race number 3. They bunch up through the chicane as they go down the hill.
Bad start, but 1 less lap, so he's got to be a little bit more aggressive early on. Look at Cruz there, just try to be right there. See if he gets a good run out of this last corner.
The 1 comes across the line. Chase Jazikoff does a 1:12.0 from a standing start. Cruz Texter in second. Bron Masanga in third. Cooper, his brother, in fourth place, and Nico Bandel rounds out your top 5 as things tighten up for the lead.
Bron Masanga looking good. Trying to make a pass on Cruz there around the outside.
And only with a couple points in between them, right? So this championship, and we saw the number 1 almost run off the track there, using all the track trying to push and get away from these other 2 riders.
Look at Bron on the inside up the hill. Look at Cruz, though, just kind of moves over, blocks the line.
Behind, we see Nico Bandel going up the inside, just losing a little bit of time there in 5th place. We see The top 5 separated by a second. Cruz has got some straightaway speed. He's
got
really
some good
light.
speed. Gets a good run out of those corners there, and also look at Chase there using all the track. But you see, he was the only kid early on not really using the outside of the track there, and it's a really smart move. It's gonna be hard to pass him on the inside.
As we go back to 4th and 5th, we've got Nico Bandel trying to make a move on Cooper. Jazikoff, almost touches the rear wheel of Cooper. Trying to make a move. It's tough when he's racing a kid that small and that light.
Yeah, and look at how much more lane angle he has. Kind of a little bit bigger kid. Look, he's gonna try to look up the inside. It's just the door's not open.
We go back to Cruz Texter trying to hold off Braun Masanga on the 55. Who's going to get a run up the hill? Whoa, the 55 having a little bit of movement.
Yeah, trying to get the run.
These riders are pushing the limits. The top 3 up for grabs. Man, look at the amount of track the number 1 of Chase is using on the exit there. Just using everything. I feel like he's going to run in the dirt sometimes.
Yeah. He's trying to see if he can't get a little bit of a gap. Cruz is really good down that hill. Closes right up. Chase is a little wide through that right-hander.
Cruz has got his head down.
So is Braun. He's riding really well. Also, Cooper, Nico, all those guys.
Cooper sets his personal best, trying to close in on the podium battle as Cruz Texter gets a really good run out of there, closes up on Chase, but Chase is running those tight lines on entry and makes it really difficult to pass.
Really got hard. Look at Braun there. He's looking for a move as well.
National title on the line.
Look at Cruz. Gonna get a run up the hill.
That's got to be some dirt track experience. He's not just following. He's trying to look. He's going to the back of the rear fender. He's talking. This is the most animated I've saw Cruz.
Just trying to get arrows. We head down this hill. It's where we really seen him quick.
Nico Bandel trying to get a run down into this chicane. Cooper shuts the door, runs a little wide. They're losing a little bit of time to the podium battle. As we said, Cruz is so good in this final chicane. Chase hasn't put a wheel wrong, doesn't look around, doesn't do anything.
Just racing forward.
It's so good at a young age, just racing forward. As you see Cruz Texter open up wide. Doesn't use any front brake in that corner.
So we might have to change for 4th place.
Oh! Both riders on the ground. We've got Nico Bandel and Cooper Jazikoff. Hopefully both riders are okay.
Oh, just 2 lines came together. Neither one of them wanted to let off the throttle.
Man, and that's tough because they're just fighting for position and the lines just came together.
And Cooper was setting 3rd in points. That's gonna sting.
As we go back to the leaders here, Cruz Texter trying to find a move on Chase Jazikoff. He gets a really good run down into the chicane. Can't do it. I know Cruz wants to win.
Oh, bad. You can see it in his ride. He gets such a run out of there. Chase does a good job on the corners. It's going to make Cruz go around the long way, and that's not easy.
Cruz makes a little mistake there in the final as we go to the white flag. Oh, he gets a little bit of a mistake, and Braun, the 55, Masanga goes up the inside, but Cruz rolls him around the outside. We got a red flag.
Look at the 2 riders there on the left. Cooper and Nico there down. Moto America officials over to him quick.
Oh, that's tough because Braun Masanga goes at a 109.65, but we want to make sure all the riders are okay, so this race is going to be red flagged.
You can see them setting up. It's a big crash for those 2.
It's tough. It's really tough when you're going for that and you get caught in the rear of the motorcycle and it just kind of throws you up over the top, right? If you can't get quite alongside for a pass, it just makes things tough.
Yeah, just those 2 riders, neither one of them wanted to give the spot up. And that's what happens when you're fighting for position.
And you're fighting for a national championship. You just want to push the whole time. So we've passed 2/3 distance. So this race should be called. And unofficially at the moment, we think Chase Jazikoff has won the race. And Cruz Texter in second place with Bron Masonga in third. As I think we go back to those results. Coming into Parc Ferme now. But what a wild race. The stock 50, you have these kids 6 to 8 years old just pushing the limits of these Honda CRF 50s, just going for everything.